So Huawei has just launched its latest spangliest smartwatches over in Paris, the romance capital of the world. If your idea of romance is slipping on some sloppy dog shit as you run screaming from the nearest riot, always makes me harder than a concrete post. And one of Huawei's fresh new wearables could actually be the best smartwatch of 2025, this here Watch GT6 Pro. It starts from just 329 quid here in Blighty, same as the Watch GT5 Pro before it, and I've had it strapped to my waif-like limb for a couple of weeks now. So here's my full Huawei Watch GT6 Pro review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe, ding the old notifications bell. Cheers! Now, if anyone knows how to do classy smartwatch design, it is Huawei. They've spaffed out what feels like hundreds of bloody wearables over the years, and that design just seems to get better and better. Now, you can only grab the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro in a single size 46mm. It's not available in a smaller model, unlike the regular Watch GT6. But thankfully, this actually isn't too bulky, it's not too chunky. Usually a 46mm watch looks ridiculously oversized on me, like I'm a toddler trying on his dad's jewellery or something. But I actually think the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro looks alright on my spindly wrist. And what you've got here is the same octagonal finish as the previous generation, although now that timing bezel has actually slipped around to the edge, so the screen fills more of the watch face. And this right here is the Wilderness Brown model with a swappable stitched and rubbery strap. It's got a sort of a nylon-y feel to it, but it is all rubbery around back, so it's still suitable for workouts and the like, but doesn't look cack on a night out. However, the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro is a bit of a hefty git, not ideal to have slapped on your arm during workouts perhaps, although it does mean you get even more of a workout if you're doing something like boxing. Similar materials to the previous generation, pretty much identical. In fact, sapphire glass screen, titanium body, a bit of ceramic casing. So proper durable as ever. Even though that bezel doesn't poke up to protect the screen, you'll have to do something seriously wrong to it to actually damage it. Tough as anything. And it's not afraid of getting a wee bit moist either. IP69 water and dust resistant, and it can also survive pressures of up to 5 atmospheres, so you can take it diving and whatnot. Now you've got yourself a 1.47 inch AMOLED display slapped on that face, slightly bigger than the previous generation. And as always, this screen is pleasingly crisp, so tiny text is perfectly legible and readable as long as your eyeballs are up to it. And it pumps out big, bold, vibrant tones as well, which is just as well to really make the most of these colourful apps and menus. And at its peak brightness, the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro hits around 3000 nits, so if you boost that brightness all the way up, you'll practically get a tan off it, or just turn lobster red in my case as always. And that auto brightness instantly responds to any changes in ambient lighting, as you can see there. So the display will instantly brighten right up as soon as you step outdoors to keep everything clearly visible. My only complaint, if I had to have a wee grumble, is that it's sometimes still slightly too bright in the evenings when you are in a dark, more ambient environment, but you can always just drag down the old control center and fiddle with the brightness yourself right there if you need to. Now, I'm still a fan of HarmonyOS, and it hasn't really changed up at all for this generation. So once again, you can swipe left and right to scan through all your various widgets or cards or whatever the hell they're called on this thing. As always, this is fully customizable, so you can remove any that you don't want and slap in some new ones as well. You've got a decent selection to choose from, mostly to do with your sort of general fitness and exercise levels and stuff, but there's a few other bits chucked in there too. You've also got your assistant panel, which gives you a quick glance at any health insights and your schedule, weather, stuff like that for the day. And I've had no issues with the media controls either. This works perfectly well with any songs or podcasts or whatever that are playing on your smartphone or actually on the watch itself. It can store a good number of tracks. Those controls very responsive as well. You're not hanging around waiting for a track to skip or for your music to pause or anything. If you give it a tap, you can even control the volume. As always, your notifications are nestled underneath that home screen, and if you swipe down, you've got your control center, which is pretty much all the stuff you'll need to fast access, including the likes of do not disturb and sleep mode. And of course, good old torch mode for when you're staggering around trying to find the bogs at 2 AM. Quick tap of that top button and you'll wake the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro, and then another tap and you'll be into the apps menu. Got all your usual stuff on here. Again, mostly fitness related. Got some decent stress busting stuff as well, including the breathe modes. And of course all the usual helpful tools, including alarms, timers, stopwatches. You've got a compass if you're doing a bit of outdoor shenanigans. You can check the current air pressure and altitude, stuff that admittedly I don't really need when I'm just popping off down to the odd bins for a couple of balls of Lambrini. And as you can see, you can simply rotate that dial to skim through apps and menus. Nice and responsive, feels really good. Get that satisfying bit of haptic feedback, and it's particularly useful when you are in the middle of a workout and swiping the screen with a sweaty finger, not always the best. As usual, that bottom shortcut button, fully customizable. Press once, you can have it starting a workout, which is what I've left it at, but you've got lots of different options if you're a golfer, for instance. You want to check out your arterial stiffness, FNA. You can also double tap this to load up the Huawei wallet, but there's no point in doing that here in Blighty. More on that later. There's also an electrode built into that bottom button, which you're supposed to just tap your finger against if you want to measure your arterial stiffness, for instance. However, this just really did not like me at all. Every time I tried to do it, no matter how I fingered this thing, it wasn't having any of it. I tried dry fingers, wet fingers. So something's going wrong here, either with Huawei Watch GT6 Pro or my fingering technique. And of course you've got the usual Huawei smartwatch woes present and correct. So for instance, the notifications handling could be a lot better. At least they do generally consolidate notifications into one big batch for each app. However, the interactivity is rather limited. You can generally reply to messages on the likes of Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp with a bunch of preset replies. Otherwise, you can actually try typing out a response on the on-screen keyboard, which isn't as horrific as you might expect it to be. It actually works reasonably well. But you won't be able to see any images that people send. You can't respond to emails. You can't even delete emails off of your phone via the watch. You'll have to do that on the phone. So yeah, it's definitely handled better on wearOS rivals, and when I'm not using a wearOS smartwatch, I do miss a couple of the other features like the Google Assistant support, for instance. And if you do use your watch for contactless payments, well, don't even bother on this thing. It's got bugger all support here in Blighty at least. But whipping off the old grumble pants for a second, the built-in mic and speaker on the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro is excellent as ever. So if you're getting a call on your phone, well, that'll pop up on the watch face as well. You can answer right there on the device, and then you don't even need to hold it right up to your face and chat. The mic actually does a pretty good job of picking up your voice, even in a fairly noisy environment, so you can be heard. And the speaker pretty decent too, so you can clearly hear what the other person is saying. In fact, sometimes I've had headphones on, I can still clearly hear the buggers. And all the standard health and fitness shenanigans have been slapped on the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro as usual. So you got the health clover, which admittedly I'm not really a massive fan of. Having to do the old daily smile always feels awkward. I just feel like Mr. Beast. Big smile, but completely dead behind the eyes. The obligatory activity rings, of course, which apparently now actually takes into account wheelchair users. So you can swap out the old step count for wheelchair rotations, and apparently you will no longer be pestered with slightly off-colour reminders to occasionally stand up. Like I would if I bloody could, mate. And the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro monitors all of your usual health stats, the obligatory stuff like heart rate, your SpO2 levels, your skin temperature, emotional well-being. You can track it all right here in the Huawei Health app, which you will have to download from the Huawei website. It's still not available on the Google Play Store, although I think it is on Samsung's App Store and a couple of others. You've also got the old Health Insights, which gives you a sort of basic overview of how everything is going. So in my case, it's probably like your heart's going to explode tomorrow. Apparently my stress levels are actually down in 2025, probably because I read less YouTube comments, although actually not moving house this year has probably helped considerably. It's all pretty in-depth, should satisfy even fairly hardcore exercise enjoyers, and you've got heart rate variability support this time around. As you can see, reflects small variations in time between heartbeats and is a key indicator of assessing physical health and recovery. Huawei says it slightly improved the GPS tracking for this generation as well, and certainly I didn't have any issues with the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro finding my location. It generally only took a few seconds, maybe half a minute in the most extreme circumstances. and it didn't lose tracking even when I was walking through the local woods, for instance. Lots of tree canopy shenanigans overhead. And you do also have auto tracking for the likes of walking, for instance. This is a bit more hit and miss. Unfortunately, I have found that maybe 4 times out of 5 it works absolutely fine. I'm about 10 minutes into a walk and I'll get a buzz on the wrist saying, oh, do you want to start tracking this walk? Other times I'll just simply never get that pop-up. And I do wonder if this is just some kind of early bug, because as you can see in this walk that I tracked yesterday, my pace suddenly dropped to 0 apparently around the sort of 3-minute mark, even though I was walking continuously. Everything else stayed on track, my heart rate and everything, so not really sure what was going on there. And for this generation, Huawei has added a bunch of new fitness features as well, a bunch of new cycling tools for all of you arse wagglers who love to try and murder me at every pedestrian crossing. So apparently it can measure functional threshold power, which is something to do with how much energy or effort you can sustain over a set duration. I'm sure any actual cyclists out there will be screaming at me right now, no you fucking bald knobber, it's absolutely nothing to do with that. And I apologise, but I absolutely do not care. But you got offline map support for loading in your cycling route before you set off if you are going through the wilderness or whatever you're worried about losing your way, losing signal, etc. Have to use Huawei's own Petal Maps app for that, of course, no Google Maps support or anything. And apparently also updates for you skiers out there. You can now track up to 100 runs in total, which seems like an awful lot. I think I'll probably personally manage about 3 before buggering off to the bar. And also updates to the golfing mode apparently, so when you're in the map modes, checking out the map of the actual course that you're playing on, you can apparently track the distance to nearest obstacles like lakes and things like that, so you don't end up in the drink. And I have to apologise, I'm not a cyclist, I don't ski and I don't golf either, so I'm a really helpful person to hear banging on about all of this. But what I do definitely do is sleep. I don't do it anywhere near as much as I would have hoped, but I have occasionally been known to have a bit of a kip. And so of course you've got the usual sleep tracking here on the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro. To be honest, I'm still not entirely convinced by any of this. I got a sleep score of 80 yesterday, slept for 6 hours, 40 minutes. Reckons I was awake for none of that time, which is complete bollocks. I was definitely awake for at least half an hour to 40 minutes of that, because I woke up in the middle of the night and then just basically lay there staring at the ceiling. But you've got your usual sleep health stats in there. You can track your average heart rate, for instance, as well as the heart rate variability now, your SpO2 levels, etc. But yeah, it's there if you want it, basically, as long as you don't mind wearing a fairly hefty smartwatch to bed. Be careful you don't accidentally roll over in the middle of the night and club your other half right in the mug. But one of the features of any Huawei smartwatch that I've tested that is generally far superior to most other rivals out there is, of course, the battery life. And this is where Huawei has really gone to town with the Watch GT6 Pro as well, because the battery life was always solid on these things, but it's actually replaced the old battery tech with silicon carbon tech for this generation. So it's increased the battery capacity by, I think it's like 65% versus the old GT5 Pro. And what Huawei is quoting for this thing is up to 21 days, 3 full weeks of battery life on a single charge, although typical usage they state is more like 12 days. Well, I've been testing it for about 2.5 weeks, I think it is now, and I can tell you with all of the features switched on, always on display, active, all of the fitness tracking shenanigans, constantly getting notifications on this thing, and probably doing roughly 30 minutes of activity tracking a day, sometimes more than that, sometimes more like an hour or over an hour even. And wearing it all night long for that sleep tracking as well. Even with all of that, I still got 10 solid days of battery life from one single charge, which frankly is fucking mental. So, you know, if you're buggering off on holiday for a week or whatever, you don't need to worry about packing the charger. Absolutely stunning stuff. And if you do need to stretch it to 2 full weeks, if you're heading off for, you know, a lovely fortnight in Mallorca or something, well, no worries, you do have power saver modes that you can stick it in as that battery is getting really down towards the dregs, and that'll stretch it out a few more days. And to be fair, the dock for charging is this. You know, it's nice and compact and dinky. It's got USB-C support, so just plug your smartphone charger in there, chuck your Huawei Watch GT6 Pro on that, sticks on there magnetically nice and firmly so you won't accidentally knock it off. It does take quite a while to charge back up again. I think I left it on there for a good couple of hours and was just about filled back up to 100%, but that's not surprising considering the huge boost to capacity. And there you have it, my lovelies. That in a tasty wee nutshell is what I reckon of the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro. As you can see, not many upgrades in general to the software and feature set unless you are a massive cyclist or a skier. But I really do like the fresh design. It's just as durable as ever, and the extended battery life is bloody marvelous. And it is fantastic to see why we're keeping that price point as well, just over 300 quid, to keep it competitive if you do want quite a premium looking and feeling smartwatch with, you know, all of those health features packed in there. And while you do miss out on some of those wearOS features, there's no contactless payment support, there's no distant assistant support or anything like that. It's worth it just for the extreme boost in battery life. Anyway, that's what this crinkly-faced old cockdrop reckons. But what do you think of the Huawei Watch GT6 Pro? Are you tempted? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. I have rounded up the very best smartwatches you can grab yourself right now in a separate video, so go check that out for more of an idea of what else is out there. Please do poke subscribe, ding that notifications bell, all the usual YouTube bollocks, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everybody, love you all!